Hi guys, we are back. This is take two actually. We lost the first part of our video, so we're having to do a retake. So we'll go ahead and get started. Not like we're in class. So today what we wanted to cover is 4-H poultry project. We're going to go over the basics of animal husbandry very briefly. Last time we met, we were talking about which project we wanted, and we've narrowed it down to poultry. So today what we were going to cover are the basics of what they need. Sergio, can you share with the class what the basic essential needs that you're going to need whenever you get started with a chicken or a poultry project? Do you remember what they need? Just the basic 3 things they need. Do you remember?
They need a coop, a chicken coop, and they need water and chicken feed.
Okay. Adrian, can you also share a little bit more about how many times do you feed on the day? Do you remember?
Once a day.
At least once. Try twice if you can, in the morning and the evenings, right? Okay. So, what I wanted to cover with you guys today are those needs, which you guys covered pretty well already, but we also want to put them together. So, when you get to your house, you're able to go in and set up your own coop, and you know exactly what you need and how you need to set it up, okay? So, in order to do that, what we were going to do is go ahead and draw on a piece of paper all those things, those essential needs that you need for your poultry project to get set up so you have your chicken on hand. I want you to write on a piece of paper all those different things and put together your own chicken pen in your mind, okay? So here, Adrian, here's your paper. And Sergio, here's yours. Okay. We are going to skip over the drawing part since that's the part that we had already videoed and lost. So we're going to move on to step 2. Step 2 was we were going to come back together once each of the students were finished with their project, writing out or mapping out what their coop was going to look like. And I wanted them to share exactly what they wrote on their paper and why they put that together the way they did. So which of the two of you wants to go first? Adrian, you raised your hand first. Will you hold up your picture so they can see it? Let's turn it right. Yep. Here, hang on. I'm going to go up here. Okay, Adrian. Can you share with the class what you have on your paper?
That's
the things out.
That's the grass. That's the bowl of water.
Okay.
That's the bowl of water. That's the bowl of water.
Okay.
And
that's your big chicken?
And
right, because it's yellow, you can't see it real well.
This is a big chicken.
Okay.
That big arrow.
Okay.
The farmer going to it. But that's a bird, a hawk going up. And
what's over here?
Those are the clouds.
Okay. And what's up here in the corner?
And that's just a baby chick and his little water bowl.
Okay. And where's the food on the paper? Or is that the grass?
The grass.
Was that the food?
The food is the grass right here.
Okay.
And that black stuff is the feed.
Okay.
On the floor.
And what about its shelter?
Its shelter.
It's way up here. So your chicken lives on the outside, right? It doesn't live in the pen? Okay. But you got all the basics, right? You got food and water. And you're going to take care of your chicken, okay? Thank you. Okay, you can go sit back down. Sergio, how about you share with the class yours, okay?
Excuse me.
Can you hold it up? I'll hold it up for you. Okay? Can you share with them a little bit about how you set it up and what you have here going on?
What I have here is there's 2 posts, and then there's the roof to the other 2 posts.
Okay.
And then there's blue clouds and a sun.
Okay.
And then there's a baby chicken, and then there's the water bowl and the feed bowl. And then this is the nest.
Okay.
And then these red lights is the ones that warm up the eggs.
Okay.
And I think
Okay.
And the kind of the grass is the feed too, because there's two grass and the chicken feed. I had yellow and the brown for the chicken feed because it's kind of like the ones we buy. And then the blue, this blue stuff is the fruit punch smelling markers, and then that's the water. The red is the light for the warm up. And then there's the clouds, and then there's the sun.
Okay.
For the,
You're able to see all that? Okay. So what was something that you learned whenever you were putting this together, though? What were you thinking about whenever you were putting this together that you wanted to set it up the way you did? Did you think of something that maybe we didn't cover? This is something we didn't cover. What were those again?
The warm-up lights.
The warm-up lights. Why would you need warm-up lights?
So the eggs can warm up, just like the incubators warm the eggs up.
And what happens whenever you do that, though?
When you have warm-up lights or an incubator, it warms the eggs up, and then when the eggs are born, the eggs then the baby chicks they crack their shells, and then they come out and the hatch, and then and then they grow and grow. And then they grow and grow and grow into a big chicken, and then
a big chick like on here.
Yeah,
so
and then it makes another eggs, and you go outside in the morning, feed your chickens water and food, and then mostly the chickens don't drink that much food or eat that much food because we have chickens that don't do that much because they don't eat that much or drink that much.
Well, thank you very much. Okay, Adrian, will you sit up for me? Okay. And I will share in the class with you all. This was mine. So this represents our chicken pen we have in the backyard. So we have a water, a feeder, and our chickens get to go on a little roosting thing. So that kind of helps with their habitats, making them feel more like in a natural habitat. Of course, we have a little tree and everything else to make it look pretty, have something fun to look at. So I thought I would draw this while the kids were drawing it and give me something to kind of buy time and share with them a little bit of a couple of the things you can think of. So, alright class, so we've put together our pens, and I think we have a pretty good idea of what we need to do whenever we get back to our houses to get started with the coop. So, I just want to come back, touch base back over what we did cover today. So we covered the essentials, what you need on hand to get your coop set up. And what were those things that we needed? Sergio.
We needed chicken food and water.
And what else?
Oh yeah, chicken coop.
And the shelter, right?
Yeah.
What do you put in? Where do you put your feed? You just throw it on the ground, or what do you put it in?
You put it in the chicken feeder that the chickens eat out of, and you don't just throw the water. You just put it in the water feeder where the chickens drink and eat.
Do you know, do they need a roof? Or what do you put in your coop? Do you just put like walls up so they don't squander around, or what do you need?
You need a roof so they don't fly out, and you need a whole entire pen. Like we got a pen down from here, but there's one part where it gets wet in there because it's a rain, but the other parts have
they have the roof on there, right?
Yeah. It goes like this.
Yep.
There's
and the roof.
And
right?
The roof is on top like this.
Well, it looks like you guys got one of the objectives, right? And we also talked about how to put it together. So you need a space for your feed, and a space for your water, and a space for all them chickens to run around, right? Alright, guys. It looks like you guys did a really good job today, so I want to thank you. And I guess we'll leave it at that. Next time, I guess what we'll talk about a little bit more is like how you get your chickens ready for the show. So now we know how to take care of them on a daily basis. Next time we'll talk about how you get them ready to show them in a 4-H fair. Thank you guys.